Hey guys, Dobby back at you with another story. It was a busy Saturday at Paws and Polish, the busiest grooming salon in town. Sarah, the head groomer, with 12 years of battle scars and a few actual bite marks, had a full schedule. Her last appointment of the day, a new client, Mrs. Abernathy, and her precious angel, a massive fluffy old English sheepdog named Sir Fluffington III, or Fluffy for short, though he weighed about 85 pounds of pure matted chaos. Mrs. Abernathy dropped him off with a wave and a very specific list of instructions. The teddy bear cut, but make sure his face looks exactly like a stuffed animal from Build-A-Bear. No short body hair. He needs to look regal, like he's ready for the Westminster Dog Show, and absolutely no trimming around his rear. He gets self-conscious. Sarah raised an eyebrow but smiled politely. Got it, ma'am. We'll take good care of him. Fluffy's coat was a disaster. Months of neglect had turned him into a walking mop with dreadlocks the size of soda cans. Sarah and her assistant spent the first hour just detangling with brushes, combs, and more patience than a saint. Halfway through the bath, Fluffy decided the sprayer was a personal enemy. He shook violently, turning the entire grooming room into a water park. Sarah emerged looking like she'd lost a fight with a garden hose, wet from head to toe, shampoo bubbles in her hair. Then came the actual cut. Fluffy was mostly cooperative until his face. As Sarah carefully sculpted that perfect rounded teddy bear head, Fluffy suddenly sneezed directly in her face. A giant glob of dog slobber mixed with loose fur landed right in her eye. She yelped, stumbled backwards, and accidentally buzzed a perfect bald strip down the middle of his back like a reversed racing stripe. Panic mode engaged. Okay, new plan, Sarah muttered, trying to salvage it. She blended the stripe into a fancy lion mane look on the shoulders, hoping it would pass for artistic, but Fluffy had other ideas. During the nail trim, he decided to live his best life. He rolled over dramatically on the table, legs in the air, and let out the loudest, most theatrical fart you've ever heard. The kind that clears rooms. The assistant gagged. Sarah laughed so hard she nearly dropped the clippers. By the time they finished 3 hours later, double the book time, Fluffy looked unique. The front half was a perfect, adorable teddy bear face with fluffy ears. The body was majestic, flowing sheepdog coat, but the back, a bold accent skunk stripe, blended into what could only be described as modern lion mullet. And yes, the rear remained gloriously untouched, just as requested, though it now had a suspicious wet spot from all the excitement. Mrs. Abernathy arrived for pickup, took one look and gasped, "Oh my goodness, he looks distinguished, like a rock star from the 80s who discovered yoga." She was thrilled. She even tipped extra and asked for the same groomer next time. Sarah just smiled weakly, still damp and smelling faintly of wet dog and regret. As they walked out, Fluffy turned his head, gave Sarah a big sloppy grin, and let out one final victory fart for the road. The entire salon staff lost it laughing once the door closed. To this day, they call it the mullet incident, and there's a photo of Fluffy's glorious disaster taped to the break room fridge as a reminder. No matter how bad the day gets, at least you're not wearing a dog fart cloud as cologne. Moral of the story, always double check the no trimming the rear requests, and maybe invest in a hazmat suit for sheepdogs. Thanks for listening, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Never floats your boat. And we'll see you next time. Bye.